What's going on? This is Ain't Got a Clue. My name is K Kurd.
I'm Marcus Bronzy.
And we have a special guest with us today. We're going to introduce him in a minute.
Yes.
But as you know, we do have a bonus episode every week that comes out. So if you want to be part of the Clueless clan, join the Patreon. For the price of a coffee and a croissant, you get like every episode ad-free as well as bonus content. And you get priority when we do live shows and that sort of stuff. And,
yeah, man.
And if we ever decide to do merch rather than a hat that just says cussen.
Yeah, it means kiss in German. But there is a bruv
name, you know?
Bruv t-shirt. Yeah, shout out to Cypher and Cussing. I like that, man. Big up my guy. Also, you can get... we have a new format of the show. So we actually also have an extra episode called Clueless Questions, which you can get involved in at aintgotacluepodcast at gmail.com. And we have a few questions that have popped in today for our guests, which we'll get into when we get to that part of the show. Yeah. But without further ado...
Dude, welcome to the podcast, Mr. Paul Olima.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh man,
what's cussing? What's cussing about?
It's my mate's brand. It means kiss in German. Yeah, he's been doing all right, man.
Cute.
Yeah, isn't it?
You ever kissed a German?
I have.
Oh yeah,
a couple of leading. Yeah. Have you ever been? Have you ever been to Hamburg?
We need subtitles on you.
You will need subtitles.
So, you've been requested a few times when we've asked for who we want as guests.
Yeah, honestly, we put it out there.
Understandably, though.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah,
I am
Paul's quite a humble guy. I'm sure you're going to work that out as the podcast progresses. But you know what, bruv? I was doing some extra reading up about you. Like, I like to read up about a guest. You know, I am a broadcaster of sorts. And, bruv, you do a lot, you know. You've done a lot. So, like, if someone asks you what you do now, like, what do you think?
I always say I'm winging it.
Yeah?
I'm winging it and it's working. That's what I don't. Now I say I have online platforms that I make money from.
That sounds mad sus, innit?
Yeah. It does.
Got some online platforms that I make money from.
You're on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah.
So what do you do on your insurance when they go, what do you do?
I put entertainment.
Okay.
I pretend I'm you. I pretend like comedian.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't do that.
No, I heard it's bad, right?
It's bad. If you do comedian, it puts the price up.
Mate, it's mental.
You should do something like, I don't know, man. Like
I can do anything.
Video editor.
Yeah,
there you go. Video content creator. That's safe. Your insurance drops when you start saying stuff like that.
Yeah,
you start throwing sportsman, MMA, gym videos in.
Do you know why that's so stupid? Do you know why they put your price up if you're a sportsman or like you're a comedian or whatever?
Why?
They think if you're a sportsman, you've got Ronaldo in the car with you. Do you see where I'm coming from? Or you're going to have like a footballer or someone that's an Olympian.
But they don't know we play for Dagenham and Redbridge.
There you go. So they think, but it's like that person's probably worth a lot of money. They're like, on the off chance you make it to the Prem, you might have a Premier League player in the car getting training with you. So now...
Is that the reason?
Yeah. So they think I'm driving around with Michael McIntyre.
Also, it would be fair to say that someone that is doing sports is more likely to break a bone or a muscle or mash up a muscle than not, innit? Yeah. So like, bruv, like honestly, I know you were into MMA stuff and I know you played some rugby, but you're a footballer as well. Yeah. Like, can we just go back to like all of that stuff? Because a lot of people know you as a content creator, but you've done a lot of sports stuff.
Yeah. So when I moved over here, I moved over in 2005 to England to play football. So I went to West Ham first on trials, and I was there for like...
That must have been an experience.
Yeah, I realised I was shit at football. I thought I was amazing coming from in Ireland. I played in the Premier League. That would be
in Ireland.
Yeah, just Shamrock Rovers. I played for a team called Shamrock Rovers. Then I went to St. Pat's, which are they'd be the top division in Ireland, Republic of Ireland. And then from there I was like, you know what, I can do this. I'm gonna play for Ireland.
How old were you at this point?
I was 19, so I was a bit of a wrong'un as a kid. But when I was 19, I was like, I had trials before, loads of trials to come over to England, but I never went. And then when I was 19, I was like, you know what,
now's the time.
Now's the time.
I'm going to follow in the footsteps of Paolo Di Canio.
Paul McGrath, you know, me heroes.
And at what point did you realise this might... This might.
So wait. No, let's go slow.
Let's go slow.
First day at training, West Ham. You turn up to England. Oh, first off, you turn up to England.
Yeah, reserves.
Was that different?
Yeah. It was a bit weird because like, you don't know anyone. Four of my brothers live in London now, so that was nice. But I came over and I didn't know absolutely anyone. And I was going to Chadwell Heath, and I just realised I wasn't good enough. And they were like, "Here, you're not gonna make it here." So I went to Scunthorpe United then, and I was at Scunthorpe for like 2 months, a month trialing there, and Brian Laws was a fella, he was the manager, and I was like, I've made it here, because in training I was killing people. But I remember we played Sheffield United in a match, and I got taken off after 30 minutes because I couldn't breathe. Like I was
really?
I was training fit, but match fitness was different. You know, you've got to be basically, footballers are long distance runners. People don't understand it. If you want to be a footballer, you are basically running 12 kilometers a match, 10 kilometers a match,
and you were done by like 3 seconds.
one sprint. You know what I mean? Anyway, I remember
because you got to do all of that as well as control a ball, header.
My first 10 minutes of a game, I was good. The next 25, I'm walking.
What position did you play?
Striker at the start.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's like everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody was.
Yeah, no, I play up front, and then it was like the coach is like, "Oh no, Paul, come here. I think you'd be better suited."
Shot back a little bit.
Drop back a little, no. And then you're in midfield, and he's like, "No, Paul, I think, do you know what it is? Yeah, you're a strong lad. You're a strong, physical. Physical. Lot of power.
Yeah.
Did you ever get punished for that?
I brought from
pace and power.
This is it. And then just brought to sit beside him on the bench quite a bit. But anyway, so I went to Scunthorpe United, then I went to Bristol Rovers, then I ended up just trialling, and I was just realising, I was like, I'm not as good as I thought. And then I ended up playing for Dagenham and Redbridge, but in the reserves for 2 years, which is, they were League 2. Then Barnet, they were League 2 reserves. Then I just ended up playing conference football, and I was like, this is my standard. So I was like, you know what?
And then there you were like, I'm all right.
You're kicking off there, walking around.
I was all right there. So then, but then I realised, I think I was 27 or 28, and I played rugby in school, and all my mates were playing for fucking Ireland. Do you know what I mean? The guys running over in school. I'm like, I could have played rugby for Ireland. I was like, I don't even like football that much. I did it because it's the money and, you know.
Yeah, and the girls and that.
Yeah, but, well, yeah, it could have been. But yeah, so I was like, I'm going to pack this up and play rugby. And I was around 27, 28.
At 27, you thought, let me just choose a new sport.
Yeah, I'm going to play rugby for Ireland now, because if they could do it, I could do it. So then I went to play rugby. I went to play like A-League for Harlequins, which are in the...
Harlequins, that's big.
And I was like, Paul, you've got this. But then I ended up playing for a team in the 2 divisions below, National 1, which is like, they were a professional team. But I was just like,
So he recently went and done some training.
Love that.
Marcus went and done some training with the England rugby team.
Love that.
Jesus Christ,
mad!
It's such a physical game. Like I have respect for it. Shout out to my NFL fans, but I feel like rugby is where you really know what it's like to connect with somebody. And we did standing tackles, and like they were taking 2-step tackles into me, and it was taking the life out of me. Rugby's no joke. Like, so you went back at 27 to say, right, I'm going to go from one full contact sport to an even more full contact sport, like rugby, and I'm going to go at that.
Yeah, no, it was. The first year I broke my 2 leg, broke bones in my 2 legs, my fibula and my tibia, both sides in different games. Clavicle chipped. I have a torn pec now. Like rugby, 4 years of rugby ruined me. But
of course, at 27,
because
your body's not even got used to it at that point.
No, that's what I mean. You need to get you. Then I'd say after 3 years of all the breaking, then I felt unbreakable again. But I remember there was 3 years of conditioning where I was in absolute. Sorry, are we now, of course? Yeah.
They won't understand it anyway.
You know, that's another thing though.
Feck don't count as a cuss anyway, so if you throw a little feck in there.
But you know, that's another thing though, because when I first saw you speak, like when I saw you on social media, obviously, like a lot of your stuff to begin with is just like facial expressions, and they're hilarious, right? Like,
say how you mean it, bro. I'm like Kurt.
I take the mick out of him as a joke, and I'm just like,
it's alright, man. 9 minutes in, let the casual racism begin. It's alright. Let's just glide into it.
I'm like you. All you do is facial expressions, and you're fucking rich, right?
I make my living off this face.
That's the one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. He's got that one, and you got the one where you walk into the gym and you're fine with a coffee, and you go on, you do a little surprise one.
But you know why that's amazing, right? Because that is universal humor, right? He doesn't have to speak a language. People understand. They go, oh, that's like, he can just put some music behind it.
Let me tell you this is the craziest thing. I was in Mexico and my missus, we went to Tulum, and we went to 4 restaurants, and when I was paying, the people paying were like, you, Facebook. And I was like, are you joking?
Yeah.
And we have this thing where we can see our analytics, and 1 in 8 people last year watched one of my videos. Like, it was like 1.5 billion a hit, and that's including kids, like babies and grandparents. So we were like, we've hit so. And when I was in Tulum, and 4 times some Mexican lad goes, and I was like, fucking hell. But that's because it's silent. Because there's no talking. It just
It's like Mr. Bean.
Yeah,
it's like Mr. Bean, innit? Like, but he never spoke, but like everyone around the world knew where he was, and it was only like 11 episodes he ever made.
How did you even get into that? Like to where you are now from the social stuff? Like, because like.
Yeah, from the sports.
Yeah.
So I was playing rugby. I was also a body double, and oh God, sheer Jesus, if I tell you the amount of jobs. But I was also something called a sports choreographer, where I used to make adverts and do storyboards for brands. So let's say you see a Nike advert or something, and Ronaldo heads the ball. We will be on set going, can you just head it this way? And we'd make them. So I used to. That's
a great way to justify a living. No, can you just maybe twist your body in this angle? Yeah, and it's just like £500.
Yeah. No, it is, but that's what we were. Basically, directors are amazing at filming stuff, but they're not good at talking to athletes. So they got people that could play the sports. So if there was a rugby advert and a fella picked up the ground and passed it, I'd be like, that looks terrible. You're not using that in an advert, do it properly. So they used to always there was a company called Sports on Screen I was with, and that's what our jobs were. We'd go on every advert night, Ronaldo did, and Yensa went. He never sent us. but they would send us, like I'd be with Cesc Fabregas, I'd be with, what's your man's name? Atletico Madrid. He plays for France.
Oh, Griezmann.
I was with Griezmann all the time.
Were you the one that told him to do blackface? Or
oh, did he do it? I don't know. Did he do that?
Did you not see
Mate, I stay away.
He dressed up for Halloween as a Harlem Globetrotter, but instead of just wearing the Harlem Globetrotter outfit...
Oh, God.
Someone said go for it. Someone told him to go for gold.
Yeah, he's basically said... He's asked one of his friends, and his friends were like, yeah, that's cool kind of thing. Instead of just dressing up as a Harlem Globetrotter, he went... I know what's really going to finish this outfit.
Oh, Jesus.
Blackface. And then he done full blackface. But like people like Pogba and that were commenting like, oh my God, funny outfit and stuff like that. But
this is what do you know what? I've realised I stay out of everything. I just want to enjoy me.
So you done all of that sports choreography, you worked with all those outfits, and then
body doubling. Is it Usain Bolt or something?
Yeah, I was Mario Balotelli's first for sitting 2010.
Did you have to grow the mohawk?
I had to do his hair every time.
Really?
And then like he's one of my really good mates now. But he used to. I remember I was in Vegas once, and there was a Nike advert, 80 people, and he didn't turn up because I was in Vegas. I fucking love him.
Really?
He's like, I'm not going. He said to me, Paul, are you going to be on this shoot? I was like, no, I'm in Vegas. He's like, okay, cool.
So Mario Balotelli never turned up to a shoot because you were there.
And then he waited until I was there, and then he turned up to the shoot, and I got paid.
That's a team player. I like that, you know. Wait, did you get paid for the cancel gig because he dropped out?
No, because they had another double.
But he's like, nah.
So he was like,
Paul's my double.
Yeah.
You know,
so all right, when you're a body double for Mario Balotelli, do you have to go out that weekend and buy 13 V-neck t-shirts?
No, they'll do it for me. I see what you did. But they do.
Loads of V-neck t-shirts down here. And a blue mohawk.
No. They'll do it all for me. It was great.
Did they add the mohawk?
Yeah, so at the start, because if you look at some of the early Nike adverts, it's me. It's not Mario. It's me. I'll be the one kicking the ball. They have athletes, but if you look at any advert, watch it properly. They will have the athletes for, let's say Ronaldo, you have him for 2 hours, but you'll have me for 3 days. So you'll get all the lighting off me, you'll get all the shots, I'll do all the shots, and then when they come on, they'll get them for a second. Sometimes they'd superimpose my head onto, they'd take my head off and put Mario's head on if I struck it better.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 100%.
My word.
If you look at, it's mad. The body double game is mad. I did Mario, I did Anthony Joshua for a couple of years.
Wait, you did AJ's body?
I was AJ's body double for a couple of years, and then I stopped because I was doing well on Instagram. I was like, I'm better than the body double now. Yeah. But it was for years. And Usain Bolt.
Oh, and that's a very wide...
Big black people. That's what they. I was also.
You big?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
black?
yeah, yeah, yes, as well. Yeah.
Fucking hell! Like,
Yeah, it was a great job. It was brilliant.
It's like it's like they didn't know any other black people, and they were like, Paul.
It's as if the industry. It's as if the industry are like,
because you and AJ are different complexion.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
So what they do with me with AJ was they'd stand me on a board that was. He's also around that much bigger than me.
No, I know. He's. I didn't want to say that, but like,
he's like 6'5", I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
So they'd stand me on a board, and then they just get the punching, they just get the lighting off me, and then they putting AJ in. Before though, they with Mario and with because I could move. I'm technically beautiful
Italian.
at football, but I'm terrible
on the training
at
ground.
Yeah,
on the training ground.
Little two-touch, yeah.
You're like the
But when
people,
he- yeah,
you're like
yeah.
the guys that hit the boxing bag. Like you
Yeah.
look sick.
Oh, the guys that do the what's the one with
the pads? Or the speedball.
The speedball. Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
On the pads, I look like a beast.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bro, what? Get me on the pads or the boxing bag. I look like an animal. Bro.
Do you do the breathing when they breathe through their nose and mouth?
No, I'll speed up the video.
That's it, man.
That's why you just got to put music behind it and go,
Yeah.
and they're like, Rock, he
moves like Tyson, you know?
Put me in the ring. As soon as I feel a clip on my jaw,
gone.
I'm like, this isn't the one.
This is it, man. This is it.
Yeah. So in
all those adverts, I might look really good, but the ball could go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So that was it. But and then so from doing all that, sorry, I went on a
That's all
tangent.
good.
So then I learned that I was pretty creative for like shooting camera angles and stuff like that. So then I think I had an advert for Lucasade, and I was going to get fucking $8,000. I was playing rugby. And I think I was getting £350 a week or something from rugby.
Fucking hell, yeah.
And I tore my tricep tendon.
Flipping.
And I lost the Lucasade gig, and I was like, I don't need this rugby stuff. And at the same time, I was posting stupid videos online. I used to post like workout, this is how you lift and shit.
Yeah.
It was pretty boring, and I hated it. But I was like, it gets you. This Instagram thing is growing. But then I just started posting stupid videos. Like I was doing probably one a week film.
What was your first video that went real big?
I did this one, I did this video in probably 2015 when I got out of a bed and just looked out the window, like the song brought me to the window and the sun was in my face.
Okay.
And that video like just got loads of laughs off all my mates, but then loads of people that I didn't know, and I was like, this is fun. I can create stupid shit and just post it online. And then I was posting the lifting videos. But then in 2018, I had my daughter. This is when I was like, I'm never posting a lifting video again. I had my daughter, and it was, August bank holiday weekend, fucking SW4, Carnival, everything's on. And I did this video where
I love how he done that for both demographics. Like,
he looks at Kay when he said SW4. And he looks at me when he said no Carnival. My guy. I like that.
What he doesn't know is I'm a Carnival guy as well, isn't it? Like, but yeah, he went. SW4, Carnival. Like, he was like Clapham and Nottingham. Yeah. So that weekend,
it was that weekend, and I did this video where you're getting ready for SW4 Carnival, but then you have a child, so then I'm stuck with a nappy on my face, and it blew up. It went mega viral, and I was like, this I can make my own videos. I used to like storyboard stuff and write shit for other people, other brands, and I'm like, I'm doing this shit for myself. So then I started doing longer skits, and they were all great, but you have to evolve. So I started learning that one video is not enough. I have to make 5 videos a week. So now I make 15 videos a week because
15.
Yeah, and you've seen I have my staff downstairs and stuff like that ready to film straight away after here. It's just now it's just about how I can make the videos. And more videos I can make. And Facebook is my biggest earner.
That's crazy because people look at Facebook like a dead social media at times.
God, Facebook is the world.
Because you even said when you were abroad, Facebook is what the person said to you, innit?
Yeah,
when you told them, like, I was like,
Facebook, And then I look at...
Nobody's going, hey, man, TikTok.
No, Facebook, man. Facebook is amazing, like, absolutely amazing.
And the thing is, with a lot of your videos, you probably don't get any backlash from them.
No, the odd time somebody would say something, but I'm a big...
No, I know.
And I'm quite handy. Like, so
I'm quite handy.
I can handle myself.
But I know what I mean is like, you know when people go, oh yeah, no, I'm scared of this video because I'm saying this or whatever. You're just like, here's a stupid influencer. I'm just going to take the piss out of them.
Yeah.
There's not really much.
There's not, because I always make sure there's a fine line of, like, let's say something's actually wrong with somebody and they can't do it.
Of course.
I'm like, I'll never take the piss out. But I always say something about social media. If you film something and you post it, it's for the public.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So people are going to stitch it.
Live by the sword, die by the sword.
It's like when people go on, I was meant to go on Love Island in 2017.
That would have been great.
Yeah, I didn't, thank God. But when I was meant to go in, I remember she was like, now listen, you know, half the public are going to hate you. You know, 1/3 of the public might be fucking racist. She's just telling me all this stuff. And she goes, if you go on there, you will be hated. Do you want to go on? That means everybody that goes on Love Island is told before they go on there, you're going to be scrutinised. Do you want to? But people want to trade. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, as soon as you go out there, you've got to be ready. You must know.
Yeah,
as soon as you're up there, you've got to be ready for the backlash that comes with it.
But that's the thing. Like, I think with doing stand-up comedy, you sort of you get to a stage where you see, if you have a bad gig, that's immediate. So you find ways to deal with it. Mm-hmm. It makes you get broader shoulders, I think, in a sense, right? So when you see an online comment, don't get me wrong, the first time I got an online comment that I didn't like, I was like, the fuck's this guy thinking about, bro? Right? Yeah. But I think gradually you sort of learn how to do it and stuff as well. But I just wanted to go back on it as well, like, because obviously, like you said, you're a big black geezer, but you've got an Irish accent. That's not something that, and your name's Paul Olima, yeah? So, like, it's such a juxtaposition. Like, I know it's our own ignorance, right? But when I see certain people, I don't expect certain accents to come up. We've got a friend called Gully, right?
Yeah, shout out to Gully.
Yeah, shout out to Gully. Yeah, and he's an Asian dude, but with a strong Glaswegian accent. And the first time I met him, it fried my brain, bro. Like, I was expecting you with an East London accent or a Birmingham accent, yeah? When I heard, you're right there, Paul, like, I was like, it didn't register. So it was the same thing when I first saw you. I was like,
what's going on? I see you smiling at me. You know that smile he does? He's just like that looking at me. I was like, this guy.
Yeah, I was like, so how was, like, so you're Nigerian.
I'm Nigerian,
background.
And my mum and dad moved to Ireland in 1972, and they had 6 kids, and I'm one of them. I'm the second youngest. I'm the second youngest. Yeah,
second youngest.
6 boys. 6 boys.
6 boys. Your dad's a champ, innit? Like, people wouldn't be rolling up to him, shaking their head. 6 boys, yeah. Okay,
well done, chairman.
Yeah. Especially in those days.
But so 6 boys, and then we grew up in Ireland. Like, I didn't see another black person in Ireland until I was like fucking 14, 15.
So you didn't grow up in your family?
I know. Do you know what I mean? Another black family. Comedian.
He's good. He's sharp.
But
so no, there was
I even remember when I seen him, I was like, what the fuck is he doing here?
It's like that. And when he spoke, you were like, what the fuck you sound like that for? He's got an Irish accent.
You from Ireland?
It's like that little Britain thing, like, no, I'm the only gay in the village. It's that kind of thing.
It was weird.
So what was it like, though? Did you experience any racism? Was it like...
Wait, sorry, let me rephrase that. How much racism
did you experience?
The
thing, this is the thing. I've realised from an early age, fighting. Ireland is very simple. If you're good at sports and you're good at fighting, you're left alone. So
it's pretty much universal.
Yeah. So I must have had around 300 fist fights by the time I was 18. But the thing I realised is... 300? Yeah, I was fighting every week.
Your record must have been mad, bruv.
No,
How many were knockouts?
Mate, quite a few. But then as well, I had 6 boys that we were playing football every day, and I had 6 of my mates that we would stick together and fight whoever we needed to fight. And sometimes I think they would put me in a situation so that we got in a fight. But in my area where I lived in, Dublin 15, I was already known. I was playing football and I was fighting. Do you know what I mean? So people didn't really say it. And it's when I would leave my area, Blanchardstown or Clonsilla, to go a little bit further out into other places, and that's when you'd go into a pub and everybody'd be looking, and you'd be like, oh shit. Or if I went on a night out, I just wait to feel if anybody said it, but then we'd be fighting. But when we didn't mind it, I think when I moved over here, I realised that English people bring people to court. In Ireland, like, you fight somebody and that's that. Do you know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? Over here, you fight.
It's a scrap and
it's a scrap
like,
and you go your own ways and we're going to get you again. Do you know what I mean? But over here, you fight somebody, you go to bloody prison. Do you know what I mean? And and that's why. But growing up in Ireland, I was playing so much sport. I was around people, like, you know, that would look after me. You know what I mean? More than the other way. And because then my older brothers as well, where my brother Martin played rugby, he was fucking brilliant, you know. So it's kind of, everybody was all right as long as we were more, it was still there, don't get me wrong. Even now when I got home to Ireland, there's more black people there and it's wonderful to see.
Yeah, because you've got like Danny from Love Island, he's quite
there's a few people going around and it's lovely to see, but Ireland is still like 20 years behind. Ireland now is probably what London was like when I moved over in 2005. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you. I love London, and the reason why I'm probably never moving back is for the first time in my life, I don't feel judged because of my skin colour.
Yeah.
I get on a tube or a train and I don't feel like they might be looking at me clothes or what I'm wearing and how I smell, but it's not about me colour of the skin, and it's fucking beautiful.
It's interesting because I say this to a lot of my London friends, that London is racist. You're not saying it's not. It's there, but I do say to them, if you step outside of the M25, it's a different level sometimes. You know what I mean? And
but that's
I guess like
hear,
Dublin
though.
And stuff. When you go there for like, you know, little Guinness experience, whatever like that. You might not see that, but I guess if you're in the outer areas,
you'll
it's
feel
very
it.
different.
Yeah, you'll feel it. I'll never forget. There's times where like you go out. I remember there was one fight I got, and I remember your man went. Somebody called the ESB. That's the Electricity Supply Board in Ireland. There's a blackout, and I was like, I've got to die on my sword. I think that's it. I've got to die on my sword here. So then I remember I just went all out to fight this geezer or whatever. But I remember there's little things like that you know or you can feel. My group were always solid and always ready to fight with me. But you could always feel an energy from the outer regions.
Yeah.
But when I moved to London, I was like, where the fuck am I? I could not believe it. Like, I got in a tube and there was like 8 different nationalities sitting there, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And everybody's cool. People are like, people don't talk to each other, but people don't judge each other either. They're in their own shit. It's fucking, I love this place, man. Sorry, anyway.
No, but that's beautiful to hear that, like, you know, like, you experienced that and then you've come to London and you found somewhat of a home now, like, where you're like, oh my God, like, I can be who I want to be.
And my kids can fucking not have to worry. You know what I mean? That's I think I have 2 girls. And
well, somebody asked, how is being a girl dad? Like one of the comments I got from one of the comments I got when I put out a question was like, can you ask him how is it being a girl dad?
Oh, it's fucking brilliant. 2 of them are amazing and they show me so much love, whereas my brothers have 2 of my brothers have boys and they're bashful. You know, there's no love there. See my daughter, every morning she wakes up, gives me a hug, kiss. You know, like it turns you soft. Like, it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful.
You mellowed out a bit then, it's fair to say,
mate, I've changed. I think because I'm just all the boys fighting. As soon as I had my first girl, I was like, what the fuck? And then I started worrying about like girls girls walking in a park on their own. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like, everything shit that I didn't see.
What's the best thing
before.
about being a dad?
I just think it gives you a purpose. There's no I feel like, sorry lads, you have no purpose until you have a kid.
I believe that.
I got a son, bro. I'm all good. Yeah.
So you know exactly what I mean.
But a few weeks ago, I had this. I was saying that the reason people start running and stuff is because we're childless.
Yeah,
right? like when we go, I'm going to do a marathon. I'm going to do high rocks.
Yeah,
have a fucking kid.
Have a child.
Right? Like, and it will change you. And I've been saying it for ages because of the economic situation and blah blah blah. Now people are putting it off, and now they're trying to find other things to give them purpose.
Yeah.
Having a kid is what we're meant to do, innit? Right?
Like I know 4:30 today, I've got to pick her up from school after she does dance class and you know, like my whole life has revolved around her and my 15-year-old. My 14-year-old asked me for tickets to Travis Scott there. I was like, what? You're going to Travis Scott? But you know what I mean?
Daddy's coming with you.
But
what do you mean you're in a fucking mosh pit?
If it kicks off,
just let me know. We'll be there with me 6. The 6 of us will be there. It's just I just think purpose. It's like, I don't know. Like if I buy a new car, it's weird, people think I buy it for myself. I buy it to open the back door of the car and watch my daughter, how cool she is going in. I used to have a Tesla, and I didn't want it, a Model X with the wing doors.
Yeah.
And I got it because I open it and my daughter feels like she's on top of the world getting in the back of it. You know what I mean? I fucking love it. I love it. Just little things like that.
But it's also showing your daughters, like, look, daddy's giving you
winning.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, don't be impressed when some dusty youth comes around with some A series.
That's so true.
Like,
that's cute.
That's
cute.
Look at where daddy's taking you on holiday, right? What?
That is true.
For some idiot to try and say, let me take you Iron Apple. That
is true, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. There must be something there. I don't think there must be something there.
No, 100%. Because like, if they're like, well, my dad drove a Tesla. Like, what?
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, like, I mean, Marcus has said this so often, where it's like, no matter how cool you think you are, your children think you're a bit of a loser.
Yeah, right? Still dad in it. Yeah, still dad in it.
Yeah, but you're quite like, let's be real. Like, you're quite cool. The perception of you, like, people recognize you when you go out and stuff.
Yeah.
Do they approach you when you're with your daughters, and how do your daughters react with that?
Yeah, quite a bit. Even sometimes when I'm dropping, like. But the thing is, I've realised I've got geezers. My thing is, I went out with a Love Islander, Liam. We were out in
Liam, which one?
Liam, the pretty guy from Wales.
Oh yes, yeah.
So we were out in we went up north. I think we were in Birmingham with our manager, because we have the same manager, and loads of girls were coming over to him, loads of them. But I had flooded. I was flooded with geezers. Bold. Oh mate, you know what I mean? Oh mate.
But that's what it's like with comedy as well. Like, people are like, you must see it, better girls, brother. It's bearded men coming up to you going, "Man, real fucking."
Mate, you're good. And even in school the other day, there's a fella cutting a tree down just beside the school. I walk under with me, mate. He's like, Omega, and I'm like, or I go, Baby Zeus. I've stopped putting her on because of people be like, oh, Baby Zeus. But then I was on holidays as well last year with my girls. I brought them to Tenerife, to this beautiful park, and a man came over and went, oh, you know what I mean? And he turned around to the girls and went, aren't you lucky to have your dad? And I'll turn around to my guy, because I take the piss. I'm like, you're fucking lucky. Your daddy's cool.
Your daddy's the man, bro.
Right, but they're not having it. The 14-year-old, like, she's like, nah, you know.
Do you know what's mad as well? Because your videos go so viral that it might come up in their feeds.
Yeah,
and they're just
or even in their friends' feeds and stuff like that as well. They might be like, yeah, that's funny.
One of the teachers said it in the classroom. She went, I follow your dad, and everyone was like,
is he single?
No, but mad, isn't it? That's weird. So, and
parents even must be mad though.
Yeah, it's weird. It's getting a bit like, sometimes I'm dropping my kid to school, and like one of the other parents would be smiling beside me and go, but they're lovely. They go, your videos make me day. And I'm like, fucking love that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I do is this.
Yeah, you've done.
He's got it in the chamber whenever, at any point.
Do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie. Right, there's times like I'm thinking of like a joke I'm writing, a like real complex joke. I'm trying to make it intelligent, right? And then I'm like, or like I put up a video, and then it doesn't do as well as I thought it would do, in it like a joke. I'm like, fucking it, and then I see one of his videos come up, and then I'm like, fuck, am I doing? I'm like, let me just take the piss out of an influencer. There's a skill,
but there is a process. Can you talk us through like what is it? Because you say you got a team now. When you first started it, because there's different types of content you do. Like, so there's like the stuff that you do where it's like you've done stuff with Darren, James, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like if we were to do a skit here today, I'm shooting probably around 5 different angles. I love what you're seeing here, but like, I'm shooting your face, I'm shooting me over the shoulder with, like, my continuity is next to none. Like, we'll make sure.
Yeah, you put in a lot of effort.
If there's a little bit on, and then we sound sync so much shit. So it's like, I don't know. It might be 10 seconds long, the video, but it could take us an hour to edit it, or it matters how, because we just want to make sure everything's perfect. And now I have 3 editors, so the first edits go to Dubai, to my mate in Dubai, and then he sends them to Helly, who you met downstairs, and then Helly will send them to you, and then me and you, and we'll do a final edit on the TV. And
that's great, because listen, people like I mean, I'm joking about you've only got 2 like facial expressions, but like you know it's all love from me. But but I always say to people, if you think it's that easy, you do it then, right?
Yeah.
And like the effort I see that goes into your videos, because obviously I make videos in it, Marcus makes videos, we can tell how much effort goes into those, because you're seeing a thing and you're like, oh no, he's done that, that, and I'm like, that's long, bro.
Three edits for like a minute long video or whatever. So
every video.
And you edit on a TV as well, so you get it up on a TV and you
so as soon as we film, like we'll film on the camera, and then the camera, we'll send that content straight to my guy in Dubai to do the first, because I used to edit all my own videos, and I remember how the first edit is the worst, breaking it down into what you need. So he'll do the first edit, and then he'll send it to Helly, who will do the second, who you met. She'll do the second edit to clear it up, to get it nearly ready, and then I'll go to Ewan, because I've had the Ewan downstairs for 4 years now, and he's like my number 2. And Ewan, I've moaned at him for like 6 months, tears of like, that's shit, you know what I mean, to a point where now he knows exactly. So then he gets that edit, and hopefully I can watch the video and go, that's good. But usually it might be like, oh, let's just take 2 frames out, let's just blend that song over that song, or what song is going to go do, and we'll just
do you ever look at the analytics and stuff and go, this video didn't do well, or this video did?
We look at analytics all the time, but and we ring Facebook. We have like Facebook Manager. We're on it. We're nearly at 2 million on YouTube as well. So it's like everything's moving under.
So you're balling now, basically. That's
No, not at all. But no, not at all.
I mean, you bought a Tesla for fun, so you know.
No, he has a new car now. I know what it is.
That's okay. We'll leave that off mic.
We'll leave that off mic. It's definitely not electric.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we've moved.
He has a petrol station behind him.
Okay, so it's one of those cars you drive from petrol station to petrol station. Okay, all right.
When
he said he was sat 20 minutes in traffic, he was stressed.
I've only got half a tank.
Let me put it that way, yeah? Now, he's looking at all his ex-footballer mates, and he's looking at, fucking earn money.
It's a weird world. This is what I mean. I think as well with people that play sports, I feel like they think that's the be all and end all. There's so much more. I wish I knew.
So I mean, I don't want to give away your age or anything like that.
No, you're fine. 37.
37, brilliant. All right, but you probably started this in your 30s? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I started probably in my 30s, yeah. But I was doing stupid videos when I was 29. But I'd say as a job, this has been my job for, I'd say, the last 5 years.
Yeah, so for people that think it's too late, I'm 30 now, it's too late.
Not at all. Steve-O the Madman, there's a fellow I do skits with, Aaron, and he's...
Aaron Kraskell,
he's I know what I'm saying, but he's you know what I mean. So there's like he's 40. So there's 8. Do you know what I mean? That means Steve-O the Madman, he's 39. Is it?
Yeah,
you know? Do you know what I mean? So
and then some.
I'm being nice. But what I'm trying to say is, there's no, like for me, I'm thinking to myself, I need to do as much as I can now, because this could be over. I'm always ready to evolve. I just watch. This is the beautiful thing about me and my lot. We watch the world of how evolution of social media happens. That's why I would never do a video where I look one way. Sometimes I do these videos where I look over one way and the other way, and I feel sick. And we're downstairs going, oh, we have done nothing. We have not created, because we are creators.
Yeah.
And then I'll do these videos just to get them out there, but then we'll have to do a long form just to make me happy. Because I just feel like I've just...
So what's the end goal? Because you've done bits of TV. You've done I know you've done that ITV sitcom, the wrestling one.
Yeah, and I did. I was a host for a BBC show as well. Go Hard, Go Home, which was great on BBC. But like, I don't know. Like, I think the end goal is to have enough property that I can... No, 100%. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I need to build something.
Some portfolio.
So when this is all over...
You don't want to be doing videos till you're 70.
No, I can't be... I don't want to be 45, 50 doing them. But again, if I have the platforms and the platforms are still being able to use, I just want to post shit that makes me laugh.
Yeah. This is one thing I say to people a lot that want to get into the content game, because they think it's really easy. I'm like, you really have to love doing this,
you have to love filming stupid stuff. For me, I love it. Oh God! I did sometimes like my missus would be downstairs or somebody would come into the house and us 3 we're just breaking our shit laughing, editing videos because it's just stupid. Every day I get to wear a wig If you quit from it, it's mad. Like,
don't get a conspiracy theorist
Mate,
started.
oh, yeah, mate.
The de-escalation of the
nah,
black man.
mate. Yeah. Don't mind all them. They can say what they want. But like in a minute, I have a set of leotard on. I'm going on the road around the corner to film a video, slagging somebody off that done a vintage.
This guy's like, I've got 3 dresses in the boot.
Yeah, ready to go. If you ever get stopped by the police and they open your boot and they look in there, they're like, "Why are these all yours?"
He'll look at them like,
it's happened before.
Yeah.
It's happened before. Police have rolled up to us.
Tax
but then one of them
deductible.
went, let me go.
Oh,
I follow
nice.
you.
Nice.
I'm like, lovely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've got another question in from one of the listeners.
Okay, we might have to take that over to more of a clue, bro. Because we're on a schedule today and it's flown. So listen, you're going to get a little taster on the main feed, but if you want to hear the whole of the next episode, you've got to join us over on More of a Clue. You can do that via Patreon, got a link in the bio, or you can go to patreon.com/.
Yeah, and if you haven't followed Olima...
Yes. Where can we find you?
Don't bother. It's terrible.
Yeah. Nah, come on. Where do you want us?
Olima_Omega, right?
Olima Omega. Yeah, that's the one.
On all channels, yeah?
On all channels.
Oh, wicked. Yeah, he's hilarious.
We'll go into a bit of detail about that in More of a Clue. See you there.